Welcome. We got some new updates in the AI world. Hope everyone's having a nice Sunday. Okay, so we're back. We are officially live on YouTube, and we're back to live on TikTok. Okay, so apparently we haven't. We just started the show with basically saying, "Hey, DeepSeek is now." Well, it's not so much DeepSeek, more or less. It's actually Claude that actually got replaced, basically, because Google's Gemini is apparently the best coding app because of how much code you could like give to it and how much better it codes. I know there's not that many coders on here, but it also is really good at its reasoning. So I think it's competing with DeepSeek, and I think it may be better than DeepSeek as well too. Um, that's actually very interesting. So I want to play with it. That's my next thing. So if we look at what's the newest, latest thing with Gemini 2.5 from Google, um, more reasoning. So basically, it reasons better than DeepSeek, and then better at coding than Claude, and then it can understand all sorts of image, videos, multimodal. But the biggest thing also is the context. Like you could dump a ton. One. Let's try to conceptualize. Let me bring out my Midjourney. What is that in Harry Potter books? 1 million tokens is how many Harry Potter books? Let's see. Low T da 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 da. So wait, how many Harry Potter books is 1 million tokens? 1 million tokens. Harry Potter da 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 da. Da, da, da. So it's the whole. So you can basically upload the entire Harry Potter series into the context window of Gemini. I think that's a good way of like, because it's like, so it has a context window, which means how much information you could dump into it, and to try and understand, it's like, okay, how much is that? That's the entire Harry Potter series, basically combined, is roughly what it comes down to. It's actually almost pretty accurate. That's actually pretty funny. So you could give Gemini the entire Harry Potter book series, and that could be code, that could be knowledge, that could be whatever you wanted to work with it. What's up, Ek? What Iki? Iki? I'm just gonna call it E. I can't pronounce today. Hands-on 2.5 Pro. Okay, I want to play with it though. I want to play. Oh look. So here, actually, this whole benchmark kind of thing is like take it with a very big grain of salt, like, and a tequila shot. Like, I never trust. I mean, I'd never trust that their benchmarks. Like, is never like. There's actually. Let me actually get you a leaderboard. That's actually true. Bear with me. It's actually from a website called. I gotta go through my notes. Where did I save it? I know. Bear with me. Not the most professional. Well, today's informal. Where's the leaderboard? Okay, hold on. I took. What did I take a picture of it? Oh, did I save it on here? I know. It's not informal. We're not. We're gonna. Google AI Studio is invaluable. Nice. Good to know. We'll have to play with it more. I think I took a photo. Bear with me. Did I not save it? Man, okay, I'm not gonna find it. That's annoying. I know I. Oh, here it is. There's. Okay, it's that one. That one. Chatbot. Oh, the leaderboard. Okay, so I have it here. Tech stack. Because I want to show you guys a leaderboard of basic. Like, I'm not gonna trust Gemini's like leaderboard. There's another one that's better. There's one of these two: Scale, VM, or Hugging Face. Not that one, although that one's really good. There's this one, but let's do this one. Chatbot Arena LM Leaderboard Best LM and AI Chatbot. I think it's this one. Chatbot Arena. I think this is it. Yeah, this is definitely it. I'm hoping. Nope, Gemini 2.5 is available in Google AI Studio. Good to know. So let's see if we can get to Google AI Studio. I know this is just because I just want to show just a different place of where you could get like a leaderboard of like here's all the models ranked about their performance more or less. And yeah, 2.5 and Llama are like the latest ones. So nerdy. Just want to get a little bit nerdy, but okay. So Google AI Studio, let's play with it. I've never been there, so Google AI Studio. We're all going to learn together. Google AI Studio. Nice. I want to try Gemini. Yes, I consent to giving you all of my data. Okay, what do you want to build? I don't know. Let's see. So we got create a prompt, tune a model, token count. I'm gonna get something from Ocean, a PDF. I'm gonna get NLP book. I'm just making up a project. NLP. I'm gonna take. What's a good? There's some really good NLP books. It could be. There's the Science of Achievement, which is actually a really good one. This one's actually a really good book. I just want to give the whole book to it to see what it does. Because I'm trying to think of like how much can I like. Okay, cool. Okay, what do you want to build? I want you to. Okay. Can it? There's a website that we could run. Okay. In pure HTML, create a app that is a guide on how to use NLP from the attached book that guides the user in learning how to use NLP in a game. I know this is like the randomness. I'm just like trying to just upload a file just to be completely random. Yes, sign in, take my data. But I just want to upload a file though. Okay, cool. NLP. I know this is. So we're all learning. Basically, we're all playing with Google Studio right now. I'm full transparency. I'm making this up as I go, but because there's an app I just also found called Lemaire AI. Hold on, LMAREN.ai. Lemaire AI. Oh dang it! Wait, is it right? I think it's Lemaire AI. Run code. Is it this one? Oh, it's leave. Sorry, I'm learning new things. It's live weave. So liveweave.com. Dope. I just learned about this today. So LiveWeave, I know we're super nerdy, but LiveWeave is a website where you can basically run code. And so I wanted to make a video game, or not a video game, but I wanted to, let's just run. Because apparently we can just do this, if I'm not mistaken, because we can also compare this with the other models. Because apparently it's good at coding, so let's give it a whole book and say code this into a game or something. It's thinking. What you thinking about? Here's a thinking process that could lead to an NLP game guide app. Understanding the core request, the user wants an HTML app to act as a guide to use that acts as a guide to use NLP from the specific book. So it wants to, number one, you have to analyze the entire book. Number two, you have to design an HTML app. So it's maybe a little just JavaScript, So then it's connecting NLP and game. So it's connecting the book and then the game. This is interesting. So then this is not like an official test, but I'm curious. Failed to generate content. Where'd you fail though? What happened? Okay, so here's the concept. Why'd you fail? Why'd you fail, smartest AI LLM? No, I'm just kidding. Um, do your best to just generate a web app game on NLP from the attached book. Can I give this to someone else, like a different bot? So it tried and then just, but doesn't even give me like code. I know people do like these silly little games like, hey, do the game Snake, but it's like, that's like meh, meh. I'm like, hey, read this whole book and create an HTML app out of this book. Go. Smartest app on the world. Hope everyone's having a great day. Hope everyone's having a great day. Happy Sunday, everyone. This is pretty flow. I'm just kind of going through like the top news right now. It's like, okay, basically Gemini 2.5 came out and it's like really good at coding. It has a large context window and it's completely free from Google Studio. Then the next one is Llama. Llama came out, which is smartest model. So those are two heavy hitters that just dropped today. So just kind of playing with the tools, seeing what's out there. So see, internal error. Why? Why you breaking? Well, this is not a good demo. Apparently 2.5 is not fun. Okay, let's give it to someone else. Let's give it to Claude. Let's give it to DeepSeek, and let's give it to another one, for example. I think this is my. Let's try some of these. Let's see if I give the same prompt to Claude. Because I'm kind of curious. Okay, let's go. Pure HTML, da da da. So here's the prompt. In pure HTML, do this. Claude 3.7 Sonnet. Upload the file. Whole PDF book. Is the book even openable? Let's see. Yeah, the book's there. Because the hardest thing, honestly, oh no, it's HTML. No, it could pull it. It could pull all the text from it. So it's a viable book. Conversion over the product, please replace in the attached. Yeah, it's the attached file that it's like. What if I just ask because it maybe has the book based. Okay, here. Let's reprompt it differently. It's the PDF it's having the hiccup from the book. Give me a minute. I'm gonna get the title here. Let's do this. Just have to get the book open. Maybe I'm sure it could check its memory and find out the key references of the book without having to actually give it the book. So let's try this. I know. Okay, working around the bugs. So here from the book, NLP, the new technology of achievement by Steve, Andreas, and Charles F-A-U-K-N-E-R. That gives the user, that guides user how to use NLP. I'm gonna say, hold on, ChatGPT, hey, improve this as a prompt. Improve this as a prompt request. What's up, buddy? You can try to use the website I sent you to translate the PDF. Well, I don't think, because it can get the text. Like, you could highlight the text. We could probably control all. I think we could just Command A and copy. It's because apparently, okay, Mr. ChatGPT, or hold on. Okay, Mr. Google Gemini that has 1 million context window. I'll just copy paste the whole book and paste it. Okay, can't read the PDF. Run. Mr. 1 million look at the whole PDF book I just pasted. Do something. Let's see. Test that 1 million context window, because technically that's like copying the whole base code basically. So let's kick the tires. Let's see. All right, if you guys are gonna promote, we could do a whole. You could do the whole series of Harry Potter as your context window. I think you could do basically a 400-page book then, like because I think honestly, like in my experience, especially like working with Madness, they don't like PDFs. Like they just don't like PDFs. If you could give them like Google Docs or like doc files or something like that, better. Okay, okay. Now we're cooking. We're cooking. Hack the planet. All right, now we're getting somewhere. So it's actually easier to just copy the whole book. Copy, paste. Here's the whole book. I opened it for you. Do your thing. This is interesting. Did you just say hack the planet? Hell yeah. Best movie in the world. You guys know the best movie in the world, Hackers. This is what I think of every time I touch a computer. I actually used to have like my screensaver. It used to be like that. We're getting super nerdy. You're like, yo, I will have a t-shirt that says hack the planet. All right, we're cooking. We're hacking the planet. Oh, interesting. Okay, so, let me, let's see. So this is the HTML goals page. Motivation. Can you combine all? So combine all into one HTML page so I can copy and paste to run it. Okay, so it actually did do that 1 million token. I didn't even burn all the tokens. I was only like 200,000. I don't know. We're just kind of playing with Google's new Gemini 2.5 that apparently this is the smartest coding app today. And it has a 1 million token context window, which is basically you could give it all of the books of the Harry Potter series in its context window, basically its prompt. So we're just kicking the tires and we're just having fun with it to give it basically I'm saying, hey, here's the book of NLP. Can you create an HTML game out of it that guides the user in NLP? I'm just kind of like, this is kind of how we like Hello World and like test it to see like, am I going to use Google every day? I don't know. Let's see. We're going to see. Show me what you got. Very interesting. Okay, it's giving me the whole HTML file. Nice. Because I also technically want to play with this app too. Live Weave, I mean, we're super nerdy and I don't play a lot with like coding stuff. It's just not my ideal client. And so here I just kind of want to play with two things at the same time. I want to learn some new things too. Fun fact, you're the MVP according to my TikTok live analysis. Let's go. Let's go. I will make sure I send enough GIFs so that I'm the number one. I'm super competitive with the GIFs now. All the GIFs that people send me, I just send them back or just send them into their lives. I'm like, this is dope. I will be number one. There will be one that ruler. Okay, so this is, I think that's it. So can I just, oh wait, is it still cooking? I think it's still cooking. No, I think it's done. Okay, it might be done. Use code with caution. Oh, I will. I will be very cautious. Are you done? Are you still, okay, he's done. Copy, HTML, paste. What? Interesting. Welcome to the NLP game. Time to level up your mind. Yo, dude, this is what? Okay, apply the new technology of achievement of game. We literally just turned a book into a video game. This, by the way, it's a great book if you ever want to get into NLP. Like it's really like highly recommend it. It's a awesome book. It's for all my book nerds. Ocean of PDF, highly recommend. We can turn books into games. This was not planned, honestly. I'm just making this up as I go, but I want to test the tires. I want to see what can I use Gemini for. So I'm like, all right, Gemini, you're repping yourself as the best coding app and you have a million context window or a million token context window. Let's put that to test. And so far, all right. I mean, we literally just pasted the entire book, copy paste into it, and that did great. So it did have a bug and user error. Usually computers are always right, and it's usually the user or the software developer that's the bug, basically. So that's why. So let's play with our game. What is this? Well, okay, so it goes. Oh, this is actually really fun. Ocean PDF, nothing searching. Oh man, really? Ocean PDF. For me, it has like super obscure books, like from authors I can't find books on Amazon. Okay, so apply the new technology of achievement. Home, motivation, goals, emotions, confidence, peak performance, and team play. This guide uses concepts from NLP, often called the software for the brain, to help improving your gaming performance, mindset, and enjoyment. Based on the book, NLP is the study of human excellence, how successful people think and act. This is dope. Using the navigation explore areas such as motivation, goals, emotion, confidence. Everyone's gonna want this game too. Well, yeah, because honestly, just to kind of like also a couple of cool things like right now, this is what's called tinkering. This is just called experimenting. I have no objective. I have no like plan. I have no even like motivation to like monetize because everything's like business, monetize, marketing, sales. Like this is just playing with the tools. This is just like because I want to test. At least for me, I want to test two things that I don't know how to do. I have never played with Gemini, so I'm learning how to use the interface and how to use it. And then I'm learning this one, which answers E's question, which is what am I using to run the app? And it's called Live Weave. So let me see, because I've there's a couple of people that I look up to, and they inspire me. Let's see. So hold on, wait. Beep up boo. Hold on. Beep up boo. What is Live Weave? I'm gonna get you like the website. There you go. So take a screenshot. Wait, hold on. Beep up boo. Wait, here. So basically, you can have whatever. You can have Claude, you can have Sonnet, you can have ChatGPT, like write you some code, and then LiveWeave is basically it's a playground where you could just copy paste your code and run it in the browser, and you don't have to install anything. That's basically I just found out about this today, and I was like, oh, I want to play with that. We're just playing with the tools too, and I'm like, I've never done this. I'm like, so that's where I'm like, oh, nifty. So if I've never used this before, but we're learning. So you have four windows. One, you could paste HTML. Second, down here, you could paste your CSS code. And then third, you could paste your JavaScript. And then the fourth window is it running, basically to run an app. So basically, you can, if you want to think of it another way, you can have Claude, Gemini. Basically, Gemini is free. So you can have Gemini build you an app, write the code for the app, and I forced it. I was like, write it all in HTML. Don't get crazy with CSS and Java. Just write it all in HTML. Give me all the HTML. Combine it. I was the second command I gave it, and I just pasted it right there. And now we've got a website that's a web app, like a game. I'm thinking of like those old I don't know, like 80 games. 80 like it's almost like Linux games where it's like it's all text and you just type in to kind of. So it's like, can we just make a web app right now, and then turn a book into a game? Like, this is interesting. Hold on. Okay, I want to play this game. Hold on. Send it over. I want to play it. 100%. So, what's the best way to package it for users? Because like how I'm trying to think. Do I just put in a Notion page and then give it to you guys in the I'll do this. So for people in my community that want to play this game, well, let me play with it first before I gotta, like, as a good software developer, you should always test. Because if there's a bug, I can fix it before I deploy it. Okay, so fueling the game motivation, understand your motivational direction. This identifies toward motivation, discovering direction. Yeah, I'm gonna play with this tonight. This is dope. And then you have exercises. Make a gaming goal for completing the submodalities. Identify a goal, visualize the outcome, amplify it like imagery. Yo, this is great. This is actually, because I read this book like years ago. It's like a super awesome book. So this is like target log. Okay, how can we make this more interactive? This is a good start. Okay, so basically what it did was just give me chapters and this. So I want to say, hey, can you use... Let's go back. Let's do a version 2. Hold on, this is interesting now. Now we're cooking. Okay, wait, where did Gemini Studio go? Gemini? There's Gemini. Okay. Use JavaScript and make it a fun... What are those type of games that you just type Man, it's like one of the old school games. Hold on. Type. I'm gonna ask ChatGPT this. What are those old school computer games where you can type um, adventures? I think it's something RPGs. Thank you, my gamers in the chat. Shout out to David. I want it as an RPG, as a fun RPG. Use JavaScript and make it a fun RPG, uh, and then give me back the code. Oh man, coding is hard. Now we have to wait. While we wait, I'm out of water, so I'm gonna take you guys while it's thinking. Okay, it's thinking, so I'm gonna take you on a water break with me. So it's thinking. We're on a water break right now. My software developer is coding for me, so I'm just gonna bring you guys down here. I know, super nerdy. I'm like out of water. Anyways, how you guys doing? Having a good day? Alright. Just gotta fill this thing up with water. Coding is so hard. Right now I'm writing a 1,000-line piece of code right now. So hard. I hear 1,000 voices. Software drivers cry out. Yeah, this is me hiring. So this is all there goes software developers as another career. I don't mean to like joke about that, but it's like we did graphic designers, we did receptionists yesterday, fired. Like, you need a software team to like write you an app in fucking Slovakia or something like that. Like, done. Water's life. Well, software developers are out of a job. That's like. Anyways, oh, it's cooking. Look at it cook. Oh man, being a software developer is hard. Hey, build me an app. We're not even using like Lovable or like any of those. Like, this is free. I'm now my skill, I'm not gonna lie, like my lack of skill set in coding is gonna be the hardest part. It's just like, can you do a screen recording and drop in the community? I wanted for this. Yeah, so technically, if you guys don't know, all my live streams are all recorded, and they're always. And okay, I'll give you a catch up, Tom, or I'll catch you up, Tom, real quickly. So if we go to my channel, so I think I go here to my channel. So all my live streams are always recorded. They're always just backed up on my YouTube channel. By the way, you guys should follow. I post good stuff there. By the way, for all the people, Custom GPT course is there. I'm technically not going to be, well, I'm not going to be publishing our workshops on YouTube. I just didn't have Vimeo record my screen, and I panicked and I had Streamlabs just record. So that's the only reason why. So it's just there. Anyways, and then this is, I do a very, as you can see, a very low effort, lazy job that I don't even tag them. But technically, every single live stream that I've been doing 3 times a day is all backed up here. Like this, there are hours. Hundreds of hours of content here ever since I started this series. So definitely want to follow. A lot of content there. Anyways, oops, too close. Okay, there we go. Okay, back to the coding. Back to eliminating software developers as a job. This is wild. Okay, so here, that's actually cool for version 1. I want it more interactive. Okay, we can also probably give this a claw to clean it up. And then we're here. Okay, cool. So now I have to, let's say, let me see how to break up the code. Okay, so code. Because I'm curious if it put it all in one HTML thing, which I think it did. Okay, cool, it did. And it just broke it up. Okay, cool, so it's all one file. Awesome, thank you, Google Gemini. Okay, so let's go all the way down to the bottom. And let's go. Coding is hard. I gotta click this button. Hold on. Click. Can I, this one did okay, version 1. We're just gonna rewrite this. Beep bop boo and paste. Holy shnikes, what? Did we just make a new web app? Interesting. Okay, welcome. Introduction. So okay, hold on. Welcome. Your mind is the ultimate controller. That this training adapts powerful NLP techniques based on this book. NLP's alright. Select a skill from the training menu to the left. This is some matrix shit right here. Select a skill from the training menu from the left to begin. Each skill includes guided exercise or training skills. I want to learn about goals. Oh, what? Dope. Much better. Much better. Yo, this is dope. We just gamified all books. Like, hold on, intermission. Like, we all just leveled up right now. Every book can become a game, can become an interactive RPG game. Thank you, David, for RPG remembering. That's dope. And then to catch Tom up, Tom basically the new announcement that came out, the last two announcements within the last, I don't know, 48 hours is basically Google Gemini released 2.5, which is apparently the best coding app, better than Claude Sonnet 3.7. Claude Sonnet lasted 30 days, pretty much. And then from that, there's another announcement, which is it's also so thinking with Gemini Gemini 2.5 is that one it's the most powerful apparently than it's better than DeepSeek as reasoning and better at coding is what they're saying on the brochure. So I'm like, okay, cool. And then because basically DeepSeek just like made everyone show their cards and say, look, you guys aren't innovating. This is innovation. So Gemini, Llama, and then ChatGPT with version 5, everyone's like, oh my God, I guess we actually have to innovate and not extort the customer and charge them ludicrous amounts of money for LLMs that aren't really actually innovating. So that's what DeepSeek kind of forced everyone in the proprietary market to innovate, basically. So Gemini 2.5 better than R1 reasoning, also DeepSeek. We're testing out the coding modality right here, and then also it has apparently it actually works out the 1 million context window, which is basically you could take the entire library of all the books from the Harry Potter series and copy paste that in, just copy paste that into a prompt. And then what we're also learning is like and I've noticed this with other ones like Manus, for example. They don't like PDFs. They're like PDFs is like the worst type that you could give it as an attachment to the large language model to like have it do its thing. So it's better to now you could just copy paste the entire. What we did right now, we ripped a book, a really good book for Motion to PDF. We copied the entire text of the book, dumped it into the window of Google Gemini 2.5, and said, hey, turn this into an interactive game. It did good on version 1, so now we came back and said, you know what, I want to make it more interactive, so making an RPG. So that's what we're testing out right now, is basically you could turn any book into an RPG, have Gemini write the code completely for free, and then you can run it in the software called Live Dreamreader. I swear, if there's another like AI like TikTok Live or AI show that's doing this type of innovative stuff, let me know, because I'm insanely competitive. I think this is the best AI show online. If you guys watch this, you are part of the 1% that's advanced. Imagine if we gamified super smart business books. Yeah, you can technically game it, because I'd rather play with this game than read the book. Is Live Dream? So it's actually live. Is live? What is it's called Live. And I'm learning this one too. This is completely free. There's no login. You just open it up and it'll run it. Dude, no one can touch our life. For sure. For sure. Like, I am pushing the boundary, even on a Sunday. Like, this is wild. Like, I swear, too, also, I'm not like mad talking anyway, but I've watched a lot of like YouTuber demos. They're like, let's do a snake game and let's have it play a video game like tic-tac-toe, or have those. They're like this basic like Hello World kind of things, and I'm like, hey, here's a whole book, let's turn it into an RPG. Software development, like, this is dope. I have this is funny. Okay, hold on. I'm pressing buttons. Okay, cool. So I took a nap and woke up, and AI fever dream. Oh yeah, this is dope. Okay, wait, let's play with our game that we just created. I could put this behind a paywall for $5 a month, and you could play. NLP games like that. And that becomes my cash. That becomes the business. Okay, I'll figure it out how to monetize this later. I can't because it's technically IP, but I can reverse engineer it so it's not using their IP and still gamify it. But I want to play the game. Okay, I want to learn. So basically, it took the different chapters of the book, and then you pick a chapter and then you run through it. So I want to kick the tires. Effective goals are well formed. They guide you in practicing and give you clear feedback. Key things are positive, self control, da da da. So trade you. Number one, visit achieve goals. Pick one well informed gaming goal. Imagine it's already achieved. Be there in the future, feeling satisfaction. What day is it? Okay, so next time I'm gonna say I made a $1 million business. Oh, wait, and then wait, how's it work? So it's this is very rudimentary kind of. Oh wait, and then okay wait, and then say complete the drill. Your training. Okay, cool. I want. Okay, it needs a little more. It needs a little more. I want you want you to have a form to. Can it save the data? This is way advanced though. Um, to take the user input and save it, and then use reference it later to give the user a like a report and suggest improvements on how to level up, and then add a score, and then add a score. Oh, this would be dope. Scoring chart. What are those maps that are called they're basically like it's a way to visualize maps in a pentagon for skill sets. What are those called? Pentagon maps, visualizing with maps. Spatial, is it spatial analysis? Player pentagon. I know this is like super things. Yeah, like a web. I want to like visualize it. So you could do this with the curriculum and make it a game to test skills. Yes, absolutely. So it's like turn. So actually, let's just do this. And prison level up, and then add a scoring for the user to visualize their current score. I also want to start off as the first module on assessment, and then have the levels of concepts as we'll say side quests to level up. Okay. Grid maps. Yeah, I think it's like grid maps too. Yeah, that's it. Okay, cool. We're gonna gamify this even more. Is it possible to create a gaming app to gain improved set skills and monetize it? 100%. Yeah, because basically, if you think about it, like, because the main thing is basically, sorry, my camera's like flipped. Basically, everything gamification is a huge concept of in learning any skill fundamentally, and then people love more video games and they're more competitive than trying to go through some curriculum or like a book or like a workbook or something like that. So if we take all knowledge, whether it be books, workbooks, courses, curriculums, lessons, classes, and we turn those into maybe a structure where it's like an RPG type of game, and then we input whatever the source material. Think of like how you build custom GPTs, and you're like just attach files. That could be attached. Take this curriculum, gamify it, and turn it into an RPG. And then you can put that on a website, charge $5 a month to like gate access and go through the exercises. Because you could do this basically with anything, and at least this will be. Personally, I would want this. Like, I would love a video game that basically a web app that I can like practice. Think of it like Duolingo, but instead of learning a language, you're learning NLP skills. Like that would be actually way better. I think that's probably a better concept of like we could try that. That would be interesting. Once the that's actually pretty. Where would you deploy it? There's services. I'm not a web developer in any shape, way, or form. There's places where you can host it to to host it to then charge a subscription to get access to it. There we go. Vercel. Let's check that out. Yeah, if you guys know, like, okay, let's pull the audience because this is a little outside my experience. What do you guys recommend that? Great, we got the HTML JavaScript code. Where do we go to host it, and then possibly behind a paywall as well too? I think it's done. And apart for courses, this is dope. Yo, we just made gamify the world instead of hack the planet. Gamify the planet. Okay, so far it hasn't broken with code. So now I take this, go. We're on version 3 now. See, this is why I like, just as another thing, like, just why, again, I always want to give you guys principles. For my journey as like being a software, I'm like not a software developer. I'm like the worst software developer but I know enough to be dangerous. Versions is such a powerful concept. I start small and I know I can iterate myself to success because if I start small, then I could make one little change. So we're on version 3 of this app basically. If we keep this going, version 10, version 20 is gonna be gangster. Not gonna lie, I don't know why it's coming to mind right now. Sabrina Romanoff is practicing vibe coding right now, and she's playing. She created this RPG game. It's about with dragons and stuff. I don't know why that comes to mind, but yeah. Let's see. No HTML used direct and hosting on Vercel. Let's check that out too, because we're all gonna learn. We're all learning together. We are Oh, what? What? Yo, where are we? What is this? This is wild. Okay, we're not even in Lovable or any of those other ones. Like, I'm sure. Okay, so Mind Warrior status. Yo. Okay, you guys can't take my idea. Come on now. Don't be that rude and take my idea. But this is what score? What's your score in focus, confidence, motivation, resilience, peak access, and team synergy? And then you could reset your progress. NLP Mind Warrior Training RPG. Yo, hit that like button. Subscribe if you're brand new because we just all leveled up. I'm going to give this to all my community members because you guys are amazing. So 100% I'm going to share this with the community. Wait, what? Okay, so before starting your training, if we could have 11 labs say this in like a god voice. Let's assess your current mental landscape for gaming. Okay, what's your primary gaming goal right now? I want to. It's still thinking of like the gaming, but that's cool. I want to make whatever 10K a month, 10K per month from my business. Okay, when you play or practice, you usually focus more on achieving something positive or avoiding something. I always want to achieve something positive, new levels. Rate your typical confidence level. Start of a match, I have like delusional confidence because I'm basically building an RPG that I have no skill set. Your clutch moments, sure. I'm just picking something. When losing, I don't lose. And then, what's your most often triggering frustration or tilt for you? Being told I can't do something. I don't know. It's still thinking it's kind of almost missing the concept a little bit. Because it's mostly thinking like it's a gaming kind of thing. It's not thinking like a personal development kind of thing. So that's something I could improve in the next one. What do you consider your biggest mental strengths? Because it's thinking in gaming. So it's like, hold on, I need to go back and fix this. So the goal is not gaming, but more personal development. Yeah, that's where it's like it's like how to become a better gamer, but it's actually not. It's actually more um, for that. Let me see if I could give a little more text as we play with it. And then whatever, let's just okay. What do you consider your biggest strengths? I don't know. Focus. Oh, quick learner. There we go. Quick learner. And then I don't know. Losing focus. Something just to. I want to see what it does. Okay, so my score is 21. Primary goal, motivational strengths, confidence. That's what I wanted to do basically, is to have the user fill out some information and to store the information in the app. so that we can iterate on it. That's what I want. Okay, and then it suggests quests based on it. Yo, that's dope because then it's like, okay, based on where you are, here's the whole curriculum. And then here is like based on where you're struggling with, you should probably take this lesson and this lesson. So this is kind of like a learning and development app, basically, or learning and training app. So I want to do goal targeting, start the quest. So then it goes to goal targeting and it says, hey, okay, mark question practiced. Doesn't do anything, but that right here, we're kind of like a little far out of trying to get this all done in like an HTML kind of thing. So totally understandable there. But I like that. Okay. So I want, I want each side quest to explain a important topic from the book and have a exercise for the user to try out, and then it can assess them. I'm just going to say keep it simple, just rudimentary. What else? Whatever features do I want? Focus, and then from here, I wanted to also update the untrained. I also want, and then update the untrained status bar. So untrained status. Cool. Then I don't want to do too much to. Oh yeah, test comprehension. Yeah. Okay. So that's what I want. Assess them. Keep it simple. Just test comprehension. Awesome. Teamwork, people. Teamwork. Yep. We're making a RPG game from scratch using Google Studio, and we're playing with Gemini 2.5, which is all. This is completely free. 100% free. Okay. And then, is there anything else that I want? I think that's pretty good. This will be kind of cool. I like how, and I just want to say, I like how you recommend the best side quest based on their assessment. A little positive reinforcement there. That's a good thing. Okay, and run. Okay, cool. So it's back in the oven. Give where improvement is in 100%. Yeah, give like lower feedback. Cool. Okay, so it's back in the oven. We're gonna be on version 4. We're coding the game. We're coding basically a personal development game that I wanted. I would love, like honestly, like I would love this as a personal. I'm such a nerd about NLP and personal development that it's like if this was a game, I would play this like stupidly competitively too. I'm like, why is my score 19? I needed a 25. Let's get it up to a 20. I'm gonna get my side quest in, and then RPG, and then you could get into like probably a little character kind of thing. So it's like, this is dope. So on a Sunday, we're kind of just building a video game to enhance personal development based on principles from NLP, and we're not writing a single line of code. We're having AI write all the code. So if you guys find this valuable, this is why you want to join the AI community where you learn skill sets on how to play with AI. This is all like in the AI community. This is what if you surround yourself with people that are playing with this type of stuff, like don't miss out. We're actually going to have workshops also too. NLP stands for Neuro Linguistic Programming, and it's basically it's like your brain. Think of it like software, and it's a way for you to use words, imagery, and emotion to basically rewire. Let's call it subconscious or conscious beliefs about you have. So it's basically how to hack your brain and how to. It's actually a really good book. I highly recommend everyone. I mean, you could honestly just go to like ChatGPT and just ask it like what are the best, like what are the principles of it basically. But we just ripped this from Ocean, a PDF. Oh man, coding's hard. Coding. I hope I put the colon in the right place, and I hope I remember that. Oh, it's even adding, it's even adding explanation code too. That's really funny. So it's coding. It's coding. It's coding. Yeah, it's a very good book. There's probably other books, but this we're basically taking the concept is more the bigger thing. Is like let's take a book and let's gamify it and turn it into a game that people would love to play while teaching them the concepts and giving them a score so they can see their progression assessment. Yo, this is the future of education. This is why teachers are not going to have, I don't want to say like teachers will have a job, but it's more like this is teaching. This is how you teach people at scale. It's basically like a Duolingo. Is it done? I think it's done. Okay, hold on. My mom's a teacher, so I don't mean to like. We need more teachers. Do I have the copy paste of all the 200 pages into Gemini? Yeah. So that's what we did. We uploaded the PDF and Gemini crashed. Yeah, it did crash. It was like, sorry, can't read the PDF. I can't. It didn't even give us like a really good explanation. But let's copy. And so but it has a 2000 context window. Okay, so now, ooh, version 2 of Mind Architect. Oh, I like this. I want to be a mind architect. Welcome to Architect. To build a better world, let's first understand the current landscape and think of it thoughtfully. What's one area of personal development you want to work on? Let's say be more confident in public speaking. And you guys are like, but you do it every day. So think about the area. Are you generally more motivated by moving towards positive or away from like pain? I like more motive. It's actually more negative because it's usually frustration that I will find some hack or some solution to like solve. On a scale of 1 to 10, how confident are you generally feeling when shake challenges? Let's say a 6. What situations or thoughts most often trigger stress? I don't know, criticism. What kind of inner voice or self-talk do you notice when facing difficulties? Mostly, let's say, analytical. Which NLP skill area sounds most immediately helpful? Do you want to boost motivation, set clear goals, manage negative emotions, build self-confidence, assess peak performance days? This is dope. This is this is the game I've always wanted. I want to, I don't know, boost motivation. Okay, view assessment, and I think the view assessment report. Okay, so that broke. So it didn't do it. So it broke there. I mean, we're trying to ask for a lot considering we're just forcing it to do it all in HTML. What about the motivation engine? So we need to have it build out a side quest. So it's focused on the assessment, which is okay. So the assessment, so I'm gonna say bug, the assessment didn't update the score, and then also build out the side quest for each side quest. Basically build out each side quest. There is currently no action when I click the button for side quests. We're getting pretty comprehensive, but we're really stretching like what it's be able to do. Also, it needs to update the score for the status. Also needs to update the score. And then what else do I want? I think that's pretty cool. I think you can reset. Let me just spam it one more time just to see what it does. Spam, view. Okay, yeah, it doesn't do that. Okay, cool. So let's put it back in the oven and run. Fix the bugs. So now we're going to be at version 5. This game is getting pretty serious. Yeah, I'm kind of like, I want to see how far I could push it. I want to say like, because this is basically software development. You get an MVP, you find the bugs, iterate the bugs, and just iterate and just see how far we can get with it. I'm sure if I use Lovable or like Replit, I'm sure I can make this a much more comprehensive game. This is not this. We're reading. We're there are a lot of limitations because we're trying to force. We're basically trying to hard code all the variations in HTML JavaScript, which is like not really the best way to like build an app or build a game. Basically, we're just kind of like we're just forcing it with the tools that we have. Now, technically, yeah, if I do, I mean, if I think I'll wait till tonight's. Hold on. I am not a robot. Okay, tonight I'll sign up for, if you guys recommend Lovable or Replit, I'll sign up for one of those, and we'll go through the same exercise, and then because that's what I think it's like. That's the other thing too is like in AI, you want to use the best AI tool for whatever task that you're working on. This is like not the best use of like Google Studio. Like we're trying to like I know there's, especially from software, it's like there's a lot of capacity. I'm not trying to build a first. This is not the best way to build the whole game. But if we pivot tools like this, say Lovable or Replit, and I'll sign up for one of them. Okay, so tonight at 10 p.m. So 7, 8, 9, 10. So in 3 hours, the 10 p.m. show, we'll do Lovable. So that way we'll play with Lovable. I've never played with Lovable, so let's learn that. I want also that as also part of some of the workshops. Also, a quick announcement for people in the community. Might as well, since I'm waiting for it to code, basically, while it's writing code. Coding is so hard. Oh my god. My brain, coders, life. Superpowers. It's not AI that's going to take your job. It's someone with AI skills. Anyways, I'll just do a quick announcement. I created this post. This post basically says that Tuesday and Saturday, we're going to do twice a week live workshops based on the polling, so you guys can vote. It's going to be 10 p.m. For tonight, Pacific Standard Time. Good question. It's so 7, 8, 9, 10, so technically in 3 hours from now. And then Thursdays and Fridays are going to be open office hours. So I'll still keep the office hour concept going. Those will be Thursday, Fridays. Tuesday and Saturday are going to be live workshops, just like how we did last Saturday, which you guys loved, the custom GPT. That was such a great workshop, not gonna lie. And so there's 2 ways to vote, basically. I'm trying to like pick what I think is like the best. I mean, but don't worry if I put something here in the polling that you find more valuable. That's why I want to encourage you also to comment, and you can like people's comments. So I'll use the comments and the polling to kind of put together what are the best 2 apps or best 2 topics. So every Tuesday and Saturday, we'll just go through that workshop. And then for all the members too, it will be recorded. It won't be on YouTube. It will be recorded, and then it will be updated as a course in here, kind of like. And I also, just to let you guys know, this is also the best way of also giving you guys updates. I put the custom GPT course there, so you can watch that there. I'm still waiting for it to kind of download, and I'm gonna clean it up into more lessons. It's just kind of like, so I'm gonna make it a lot more like how all the other ones are, like more structured lessons. And then I don't know if you guys are interested too. I also put the whole access to do one-on-one coaching. So if you guys want access to me and coaching, there's an option here to do a 1 hour, or you could get the monthly package and save. So that's available now. So I'm always just trying. And then tonight, right after this, I'm going to update the event calendar part. So I'm going to update this calendar tomorrow or tonight right after this, so that all the calendar events are kind of listed here to help out. So I'm kind of like, forgive me, I'm taking a lot of feedback and great feedback from the community to kind of like improve upon it too. So those are the updates in the community. Megan says, I'll update my custom GPT safeguard tonight and tomorrow. Nice. Yep, just pop it in the comments in that lesson or in the community, and I'll put it in there too. So shout out to Megan for that. That's amazing. I think it's done. It's done. Man, coding's hard. Because I'm feeling kind of competitive, and I'm like, I want to see this all the way through now. And I'm like, if we just change the tools. Okay, so let's see. I'm just going to spam it with some stuff. Da 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 da. Da, da, da. Oh, it kind of bugged out. Yeah, for sure, it bugged out. Yeah, we're at the capacity of what we can do with just HTML code. So now we're going to move this into a lovable kind of thing. That's where we can upload more data. We can have it be much more interactive. Cool. So that was doable, which is actually kind of cool. Uh, so basically, what we just learned, everyone, is that hey, Google AI Studio. Um, I kind of want to compare it between this and DeepSeek. Let's do a reasoning challenge right now. Just instead of that was just all coding. Let's just end with a DeepSeek challenge. Do. Let's go DeepSeek. Let's go. I got a log. Am I logged in? Oh, I'm already logged in. Nice. So that was pretty cool. I'll build out a much better game for that. So do I need to? I'll save it and then I'll save it as a reference. Actually, the other version was actually even better, but I could grab that from the code. Okay, cool. I kind of want to compare DeepSeek and let's do a new conversation with it. So also, okay, so all the conversations are saved in your library. Nice. And then I want to create a prompt. Okay, cool. Because I'm also learning how to use um, Google Studio and this because this is valuable to learn now. Because now I got a pretty dangerous skill set of like Google 2.5, which is valuable. I'm not gonna be writing code all the time, but I want to. Okay, so I want you to let me grab the book title. So we just grab the book title, and then we're gonna compare the principles from the book from both DeepSeek and this to compare the reasoning models. I know, interesting. So I'm gonna do voice. You are a college professor that's expert in psychology and neuro-linguistic programming. I want you to focus on the principles from the book NLP, The New Technology of Achievement by Steve Andreas and Charles Faulkner. And I want you to put together a comprehensive workbook that goes through the main principles and also has exercises for the user to work through to improve their mental performance. Period. It should be very comprehensive and thorough based on the principles from the book. And also have a survey question with a scoring system at the beginning of the book so that the user can answer the questions and then score themselves and then get a total score. Then they could use this as a base. Period. Okay, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Okay, let's take that. Copy. I'm going to give this to everyone. I'm going to give this to my three wise men. I'm going to give this to Google Studio. Can we play with also Meta Llama 4? Can we play with it in the browser? Available. How do you try Meta AI? Don't make me log into Meta, please. Oh, Meta. Okay, so is this 4? Can I do this? Oh, continue without logging in. Sure. I was born in 1947. Okay. I don't think we're gonna get it from. I don't think this is Llama 4, but this is just Meta. If I don't touch Meta, it won't be the. Okay, I want R1 reasoning. I don't want you to search the web. I'm gonna give you. Oh wait, no. I want to compare DeepSeek, and then we're gonna compare models here. I'm gonna also give this to ChatGPT 01. ChatGPT. We're gonna compare all the models here. Oh yeah. I want you to do. I don't want deep research. More. ChatGPT 4.0. I want O1, and I want you to do your thing O1. Okay, because I'm testing now the reasoning. This will be the final test, right? And then let's get Claude in on the action. Yo, Claude, I know you just got debased, but you're not out of the race yet. So use 3.7 Sonnet. Okay, yeah. And then also let's get Mistral. We haven't used. I mean, Mistral has not been used in quite some time, so let's get a little Mistral action here. Hey, Mistral. And then there's one I'm missing someone. ChatGPT, Claude. Oh, the new one, which is GenSpark. Shout out, yeah. Shout out to Sarah for GenSpark. Full credit goes to her for this. So I need to I need to bookmark this. GenSpark. Okay. Is do I want deep research. Yo, do some deep research on this. And then nice. And then I have Manus. This is dope. Yes, I want a new task. I'm gonna paste Manus here. And I think that's pretty good. We've got Manus. We've got GenSpark. We've got Mistral. We've got Claude. We've got ChatGPT R1. We've got. I don't think this was Llama 4, so I'm not going to count that. I'm just going to cancel that. That was like, nah, not worth it. And then we have DeepSeek. Nice. And then they're all going to be limited as far as the output. And then, hey, I thought I gave it to paste and is that it? Let me make sure. Paste and run. Who's GenSpark? Oh, GenSpark is basically what Perplexity should be, but Perplexity is incredibly childish right now as far as like it's just for basic questions. GenSpark is what Perplexity should be. Plus, it's a more easy. I'm actually going to buy the subscription for GenSpark because it's actually really good. I'm actually very impressed with GenSpark as a research and also for like content writing. And then let's see, Minus is waiting for my reply. What are you waiting for my reply for? Researching, waiting for the user. What do you need from me? Do you need something? So Manus is a little like it's good, but it's like it has bugs, which is it's not bugs, but it's like it takes time to work with it. What do you need? The information I'm correct. Recall knowledge. Okay. Oh, before I begin, da, 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 how do you want what? Da, 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 I don't know. You answer. You answer to the best of your knowledge. I don't want to answer those questions. You do the work, Manus. Okay, Manus is working. It's like yeah, it's like it's I'm not I would not compare. It's a weird thing to say. It's basically what Perplexity should be, but I wouldn't compare GenSpark to Perplexity because GenSpark is on the level of Manus. It's a very comprehensive research tool. Yeah, Manus always requires clarification before it begins. Awesome. But Manus is, I would put it's like Perplexity, GenSpark, and then Manus is like, it's not like a ratio kind of thing, but it's like, that's the order that I would do. Because Manus is super powerful, like super comprehensive. I love it when it makes to-do lists. I'm just like nerdy like that. I love to-do lists, and I'm like, ooh, what you doing? What you thinking? What's your like? This is such a great like amazing. And so it's like it's gonna do research phase, assessment, workbook structure, content, compilation, and then we'll use all this information basically now that we're having an army of LLMs go and research and do their thing. So I'll compile all of their research basically. I'll put it, it's the same framework I did for the AI for real estate agency. I'll compile all their research plus the book, put that into like a PDF basically, save it as a doc, and then I'll give that to probably managed to take that and turn it into like an app scope. There's a name for it. I don't know the name, but like it's a scoping document that you give to a software developer. Like, this is all the features and how I want the app to work and function. There's a proper name for that. If you guys know it, throw it in the comments. And then give that scope design or requirements to Lovable to then build. Lovable will build the interactive game. A PRD. Thank you. Oh, you guys are so awesome. This is like super dope. So a PRD is called a product requirement document. I got this from Sabrina Romanoff. She was like, "Oh no, I actually got it. No, I did get it from Sabrina." So we'll turn that into a PRD, product requirement document, and then we'll give this to Lovable tonight in 3 hours, so that Lovable can actually make the ultimate personal development RPG video game. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. What'd you do on a Saturday night? Watch Netflix? No, I made an RPG game that hacks your brain, that teaches you to become the ultimate achievement of a mindset warrior, and we did it in less than 2 hours. What'd you do? I love AI superpowers. This is so dope. So dope. It's almost done cooking, so basically we're going to check out what everyone says, and then we'll compile. Google's writing. Damn, Google is writing a lot. Okay, I think Google's almost done. I feel like the smart student in Ferris Bueller's class. I know, it's like Bueller. After you went through that, it's like, yo, this is Hack the Planet. This is why, I mean, what we're doing basically. Also, the other thing is like, just spend 30 minutes a day playing with the tools. I started this live stream, no clue about Google Studio, no clue about what Gemini, what it could do, no clue about, I had no concept, even like how to take the code and put it in the app, no clue about any of that. And so by the end, by an hour, now we got some superpowers. Now we can basically learn the concept of gamification of any book, because you could take any. Because that's the other thing with like SaaS and apps, is basically you can now take a popular app and you can rebuild it with like Replit and stuff like that, so you could take their market share. This is kind of doing it, but with books. There are very popular books that are out there in a specific niche or category. If you take that and gamify it and then sell that as an app, that's a business. This is what nerds do on a Sunday. I know you guys, all 15 people here are like, all of you are super. You're in the 1%. It's not even, it's the 0.1% of the entire world that's taking full advantage of AI to use it to be better at the end of the day. It's just, I'm stoked. I'm excited for this game and hype tonight. This is dope. You guys are amazing, each and every one of you. All right, let's check the research. Let's see because what I'm going to do with the research too. Oh, nice. Yo, okay. So for sure, we're still going to compare this to everyone else. Damn, this was a lot. Okay, I need to bookmark Google Studio. Hold on. I am now, it's official when I add it to my bookmarks. Gemini, Google Studio, Gemini. How do you, hold on. I'm kind of like making sure I spell Gemini right, which I can't. E-N-E-M-I-N-I. Okay, cool. Gemini, save. It's official when it's a bookmark, game over. Okay, so that's dope. So this is really good, actually. Okay, so I'm going to take all of this, and then do you have a better way to copy? Google thing, how's the best way? Can edit, more options. Okay, cool. Right there, copy text, boop, copied. Let's go to docs.new. If you guys don't know this, it's just a little hack. You could type that word, docs.new. Nice. And then we're basically scraping the best LLMs to put together a workbook guide. Oh, nice. Okay, so, wow. 13 pages of information. This is cool. Hi, I'm Professor Alistair Finch, and I'll be guiding you through the fascinating world of NLP, specifically focusing on the practical achievement from the book of that book. NLP isn't magic, but it can feel like magical when you master these principles. It's all about understanding the structure And then here's our assessment. That's exactly what I wanted. So you could rate it on 1 to 5. That's perfect. I'm super nerdy about like assessments and like tests and stuff. Okay, cool. Also competitive. And then you could go through chapter 1. The concept operates on a core beliefs called presupposition. I'm actually wait. You guys ready for this? Are you guys ready for this? Ready? We could take this book and give it to 11 Labs, and it's an audiobook or a podcast. Boom. Or we could also give it to Notebook LM and also turn it into a podcast. Boom. What? I don't even have to read it. I can listen to it as an audiobook, and I have the credits. I'm gonna burn my credits tonight to like turn this into an audiobook. Yo, that's like, because again, this is like really important because when you play with each tool, you get those skill sets, and then when situations like this, it's like, wait a minute, I have the skill set to actually make any PDF. I'm like, I could sit here and read this, which will be boring, or I could use 11 Labs, copy paste in because I know how to use that, and actually turn this into an audiobook or a podcast from 11 Labs. I'm so happy I'm on the Premier plan, so I've got a ton of credits to burn this month, anyways. So I'm gonna burn those credits. Yo, this is dope. This is exciting. Okay, and then so I'm gonna save this. So we're basically I'm gonna call this the Ultimate NLP Guide by Jonathan Acuna. So we're done with Google. Done. Thank you so much for your hard. Well, actually, technically, so this is kind of like, okay. So here's something also I do. This is important. We're now moving into a project basically. So since it's now turning into something like a project, and notice how there's like 14 different tabs. I need to organize all of my work into a notebook. So this is where Notion is going to come in as my digital notebook. So I'm going to say the Ultimate NLP both guide and game, because now I can save all my work here. This is how because I need to save this to my brain basically. So is it this? Yeah, okay. And now I'm gonna do resources. So this is why it's also important to like use Notion, learn how to use Notion, because now you can see how, because here's the thing, rather than just X out of this this chat, this is a very important, it's already primed with this information. So I may want to come back to Google and say, hey, give me some more information in the future or something like that. So this conversation is important. So I'm going to copy this, and I'm just going to say Google Gemini, and then just highlight paste so it's a hyperlink. Done. So I'm going to do that. So now I could feel comfortable just closing that tab. Done. And now it's saved in my brain. I'm going to do the same with DeepSeek. So DeepSeek, how did it do? Actually, Gemini won as far as reasoning model here. So much so that it's not worth copying, honestly. So, okay, it's official. Google Gemini 2.5 is actually better than DeepSeek, I will honestly say, in my unofficial leaderboard test that I did right now. Because there's nothing here to like save worth saving. So it's like, Now, ChatGPT 01, how did you do? Pretty rudimentary. Introduction, self-assessment. There's something here. It's like, how did you do well on the this is, it's nice. There's some stuff here. It's not, I'm actually not gonna lie. Like, this is pretty comprehensive. Like, even the chapter breakdown is pretty comprehensive from like Google Gemini. This is this is a really dope workbook. Okay, so there is something here because that's the other thing too, very important. I call it the 3 wise men strategy. The 3 wise men strategy means if you give the same prompt to 3 or maybe more of the best large language models, 70% of it is going to be the same thing. Same thing. But, oops, There we go. But each one's going to give a 30% something unique. So there is something unique that R1 DeepSeek didn't really give that much of anything unique per se. So, but there's some stuff that's valuable that we can build into our final thing. So that's why I call it the three wise men strategy. So this is why also the skill set is to know how you want to be comfortable using. Actually, I want to start it from here, from the table of contents, because I'm going to give all of this to Manus, and Manus is going to clean this up even better for me, honestly, too. So I'm going to copy this. I'm going to paste this down here, because I'm going to give all of this to Manus, and Manus is going to rewrite this and give it much more comprehension. So, but there's not much to save from R1, which is okay. How'd you do? Claude, would you? Ooh, Claude. Oh wow, Claude. Oh wow. Okay, so I would actually do Google Gemini first, Claude 3.7 second, as far as like comprehension and like reasoning. Like this is there's a lot of value here actually. Oh wow, look at this. Look at this whole chapter breakdown. Like I didn't give it the book. That's another thing too. It's like, yo, okay, there's there. Okay, can I copy? And then I'm gonna put this here, paste, and we're in 41 pages, nice. And that could be a little cleaned up, but that's okay. I don't care that much. I want to save this conversation because I want to go back to Claude sometimes and probably ask. So I'm gonna say Claude. I'm gonna highlight and I'm gonna paste so it's a hyperlink so I could use this. So now I'm building a project file in Notion so that if I want to pick this up, because I'm probably going to develop this over the next week and play with it more and just see how far I could push it. So that's where it's like really helpful to just save, because then I can even save this, which is the Google Doc copy. You guys are actually seeing my workflow of how I work, which is really helpful. So here's going to be the Google Doc with all notes, highlight, paste. The thing with links in important websites, I like to explicitly write out what is this link, because some people, what they'll do is they'll do this, and then just embed. Some people, what they'll do is they'll do this, and you have no clue. You'll come back to this a week later, and you'll be like, "What is this link?" I have no. It's important. I saved it, but I have no clue what in context it is for. So that's why I like doing this framework. I got this from there's a whole philosophy around like bullet notation, which is like a concept. I actually teach this in the course, in the ChatGPT course. This is one of the lessons of how to work with the digital notebook. So you guys actually learn this framework if you're in the community and course. Okay, so then we're wrapping it up. So now to make sure I have it saved, so I have Claude, I have my Google Doc, I have Gemini's notes, so I could comfortably close this. Mistral, what'd you come up with, Mistral? Mistral, no, there's not much. It's like that was like a DeepSeek. Mistral and DeepSeek were pretty much roughly the same. You can export the inputs from each LLM, then query the gaps for coverage. Oh, that's a great one. That's a great one, Sasha. So this is GenSpark. I am so grateful for Sarah D. Yeah, Sarah D back. She's in the comments for mention. It was we were on the live stream. It was real funny. We were on the live stream with the executive coach with David, and just one little comment. She's like, "Have you heard of GenSpark?" And I was like, "Let me open that in the bookmark and save that." I was like, "Never heard of it." I have a habit of anytime I've never heard of a word, or I'm like, "I've never heard of that concept," I'm very sensitive to that, and I'm like, "Oh, I'm gonna go spend some time and Google that because I've never heard of that before," and that's always led to like some fascinating rabbit holes. So it's a little like habit skip that I like doing. A little tip, such that you could. Great job. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, cool. So for sure, GenSpark. Yo, GenSpark. For oh man, so I would actually put GenSpark at the top, Gemini second, and then Claude 3.7. So my three wise men are technically GenSpark, which I'm actually happy to pay for um, the the monthly subscription for it because I need a really good researching large language model. So GenSpark is perfect for that. And then second is Gemini. Now we know how to use Gemini. And then third would be Claude. Those are now the three wise men instead of like, oh man, level. I thought DeepSeek was the amazing. Okay, so wow, this is comprehensive. Dang, GenSpark. Okay, where do you start? Okay, here, based on my research, let's take all of this. Look at all of this, and we're gonna turn all of this into a game and audiobook by for tonight. Oh, I could just go copy, and then let's put this down here. And actually, I want this at the top. It's so good. I want it to start with this information, actually. Actually, yeah, actually, it did really good as far as. No, I'm kind of happy with Gemini at the very top. I'm just gonna. The order really doesn't matter because I'm just gonna feed this all the Manus to like make this impressive, make this better. Okay, cool. So now this is valuable. So I'm gonna copy the URL. I'm gonna save this to here so you guys can see. I'm gonna do GenSpark, highlight, paste. So now I got my. That's not actually. Now I would put GenSpark at the very top, Gemini second. Useful, and then so you're good. Thank you, GenSpark. Manus, would you? So Manus is still working. So Manus is TBD. So I'm gonna write myself a note, and I'm gonna say here, it's a to-do list. So this is where Notion is really helpful. It's like, oh, it's an action item. Get output from Manus and save to Google Doc. So I'm going to just move this up here as an action item, and then I'm going to save Manus. Actually, if it works out right, technically Manus conversation should be the next one there. So I'm just going to save my work here because you could like close your tab and come back while Manus is working, and Manus needs more time. Manus is always cooking, so it is building something very comprehensive. We could kind of look at where is it at. So it's oh wait, where are you? Where are you, man? Wait, Manus, where are you scraping that book from? It found the book online. Manus found the book and is scraping the data. That's gangster. Manus said, "Hey, you didn't give me the book. That's cool. I'm gonna go find it, and then I'm gonna go get it and then use it." That's why Manus is clutch. Like it's university level, professor level research. Wow, wow, Manus, take your time, do your thing. No rush, Manus. But think of how powerful it is to know how to use these tools versus someone who doesn't know. And then I kind of want to see like where it is on the checklist. I honestly just love to-do lists. Okay, so it's kind of like it's working its way. It's like, do your thing, Manus. It's working through the workbook structure. It's okay, right now it's doing content development. And then it'll do a compilation and review. So, you know what? Take your time, Manus. We'll come back to you. No worries. No rush. No rush. I'm patient. What's up, Hank? Manus digs into the archives. Manus is like, okay, then I just want to make a note here of also PRD because I'm going to save this to my brain. And then here I'm going to say give, okay, save that, and then give, okay, then exports Google Doc to Manus to clean up, compile and organize all notes, and export and generate a new report. So generate a new report. This is also important for like task management because I'm gonna walk away from the computer, eat dinner, and just like take my mind off of work more or less. I'm gonna want to come back either tonight or tomorrow or whatever and be like, what do I need to do to finish this project? And then we're going to ask Manus to generate a PRD. Oh, hold on, I actually want to product requirement documents for Lovable to turn the workbook into a RPG game. And then we're going to tonight, this is what we're going to do tonight. Then we're going to sign up for Lovable and give PRD to generate a RPG game. RPG game. And then play with said game. Play with the game. And level up mindset. You always want to know like what's step one and what's step done before you like finish it. And I don't want to say what you before you walk away, because as soon as you walk away, life's going to get in the way. You're going to start thinking about all sorts of other stuff. You want to come back to this task and notice how one, it has all the resources that I need. Also, we're probably going to put Lovable link here, and then it also has step one. So I'm like, okay, when it comes back, I need to get it from Manus, and look how easy I'm going to make it. I'm also going to copy this URL and I'm going to link it here. So I'm like, oh, get it from Manus, click here, and then give it to the Google Doc, which I'm going to just copy. I like making my to-do list, like, I don't want to say idiot proof, but like, it's literally, I can't fail. It's literally like, go to Manus, click on this link, and then save it in this link, and this is the Google Doc. And then we'll play with Lovable and that. So that's my entire project file, which is going to be saved in Notion. And then it's in my brain. I could walk away from the computer, I could drop my computer in water and I don't lose any of my information. So, and I could close out all of my tabs. Okay, so it's still working. So I'll leave him. Also like organizing everything. I'm a little nerdy, and then we'll use that as, I don't want to save the HTML, but I will save kind of a mock-up screenshot here. That's actually pretty cool. So I'm just going to save that screenshot here. So kind of have like something to work with, just kind of referencing. So from there. So cool. That concludes tonight's episode, where we just came in and played with Gemini. Awesome. We built a whole book. This was pretty gangster, so I highly recommend, of course, quick plug to our sponsors. If you want to take AI seriously and don't want to get left behind and learn how the skills of how we're actually playing with all of these tools, go to simpletechskills.com. Link is in bio. And I highly recommend signing up for the community, because in the community we're going to have our weekly workshops, where now members are going to vote for this week's workshops. You can see some of the topics that we're going to learn. It could be build a voice agent with Vappy. People want to learn how to build an NAN agent, so that may be this week. So it's 50-50. Some people want to deep dive in ChatGPT. Some people want to learn how to do an NAN agent. So those are the top two winning votes right now. So we do workshops every Tuesday and Saturday, and then we have office hours. And I highly recommend you don't want to wait, because every 50 members, the price will double. So this is the best AI community in the world. I'm Jonathan Acuna, Dr. AI. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you aren't going to stay up late for the late night show, don't worry. Go to have a wonderful night. Hope you have a blessed week. I go live every day, 6 p.m. and 10 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I'm going to be back in roughly 2 hours, 20 minutes for the late night show. We're going to play with Lovable tonight. I've never played with Lovable, so we'll play with that tonight. I hope you guys have a wonderful night, and we just leveled up again. We just all leveled up. Let's go. Let's go. Shout out to Matt, who's also in the community with the MVP this. By the way, all the live streams are also saved on my YouTube channel. Just some people, if you ever, just highly recommend on my YouTube channel, every live stream that I've ever done on TikTok, all of them are saved. Highly recommend take a screenshot, sign up for or just follow, and then in the live stream you'll see a library of pretty much every live stream that I've ever done on AI. So that's actually really fun. So appreciate each and every one of you. Follow if you're brand new, and I will see you guys in a few hours or on the next live stream. Bye. Hey Sharon. What's up, Sharon? Oh my gosh, what a day. What a day. So I'm gonna be back. Sharon, I appreciate the message today. Thank you so much. I know I'm getting slowly burnt out with the craziness, but I think we're gonna be moving into more good balance over time. So I appreciate each and every one of you. Hank, Sharon, I'll definitely see you guys in the community later tonight, and then probably during this week's office hours. So hope you're doing amazing, Sharon.